Okay, we're gonna start. If people trickle in, they trickle in. Okay, so we're gonna start on our backs, on the floor. Knees are bent, feet relatively close to the glutes. Again, you can tent those knees if you want. You can move those feet out to the sides of your mat, the long edges, just to make it a little more comfortable for you. Rolling the shoulders under and then placing one hand on your chest and one on your belly. More or less just for proprioceptive awareness in terms of where we are, to feel your belly, that kinesthetic feeling under your hands. Just let your head lie flat on the floor. You can kind of tuck the chin into the neck a bit. Breathe into the hand that's on your belly. Feel it rise. And then feel the chest rise. Keep that belly up as the chest rises. And then as you exhale, allow the belly to fall, chest remains high. And then as you're falling through on that exhale, you can feel the chest falling under your hand, maybe the shoulder moving slightly. So continue that breath. Eyes closed. See if you can soften your face at all. Maybe in rushing to this, there's some tension there, so you can just open your mouth and release. And then each time that you're inhaling, just feeling the spine lengthening along the floor, from your tailbone to the top of your head. And then as you're exhaling, that length remains, and just your torso, you can feel it contracting inward. So we'll do 2 more nice full breaths. And if your arm needs a little more support, you can let that elbow kind of roll off to the side a bit. Hand doesn't have to be directly in the center of the chest. And then at the bottom of this next exhale, just press all that breath out. See if you can press your low back into the floor. So your pelvis is going to tip slightly. And right there, you're engaging your deep abdominal musculature. And then gently we'll release that breath. Just return your breath to its natural rhythm. You can release the hands from the belly, from the chest. Tuck that chin a little further into the front of the neck, lengthening the back of the neck. Arms on either side, palms down. Then we'll ease those knees apart if they were together. And then heel toe your feet so that they're in alignment with your hips if they moved out of alignment. Okay. Here you can open your eyes if they're not open already. As you inhale, I want you to tuck your tailbone, okay? And then as you exhale, push the hips up towards the ceiling, pressing through your heels, engaging your quadriceps, lifting up towards the ceiling. Your chin is in alignment with your sternum, not looking around. Press a little further as you inhale again. And then exhale, tuck the tailbone, bring the spine down, vertebrae by vertebrae, allowing that tailbone to rest on the floor. We're going to extend both of our legs. Okay. Dorsiflex at the ankle so that your toes are towards your nose. Okay. Then here we're going to inhale. As we inhale, those feet stay very active, and we're just going to curl our body up off the floor just to the bottom of our shoulder blades. So reaching for those toes, looking towards the toes, breathing in and breathing out. So try not to jut your chin forward. Keep it in alignment with your spine, breathing in and breathing out. And just feel your musculature flattening and lengthening out. Breathing in and breathing out. Then with your next exhale, you can release down, shoulders come down, arms come down. Okay, we're gonna do that a second time, but then we're gonna add a little bit of torsion in there, some twisting motion. Okay, keep those feet super active, toes towards the ceiling. We'll inhale, lift the upper body up off the floor, reaching towards those toes, palms are up towards the ceiling and or pointed towards those toes. Then with your next exhale, allow those arms to move out to the right and you'll look towards those fingertips, breathing in and breathing out. So if you start to notice strain in your neck and your face, soften that up. Bring that chin in towards your neck. Keep the feet active. Inhale, come center, breathing in, breathing out, and then we'll move the arms out to the left. So keep your hips on the floor. Your right shoulder is going to be up slightly here. Left shoulder is rolling towards the floor. Keep breathing. So you should feel that warming, that connection with your abdominal musculature. Come center. With your next exhale, release down. Release the hands down on either side of your body. Here we'll bend the knees, feet close to the glutes, knees in alignment with your hips, toes straight forward. Move back into that bridge that we just did earlier. We'll inhale, lift the tailbone up, press the hips towards the ceiling, look straight up at the ceiling. We just ensure that we keep looking straight up just to protect our neck. That twisting, we don't want any pressure on those little vertebrae. Next inhale, lift the hips up a little bit higher. And then as you exhale, tuck that tailbone, vertebrae by vertebrae, bring that back down to the floor. All right, we're gonna extend those legs again. This time our upper body's gonna stay on the floor. We'll roll those shoulder blades under. Our palms are gonna be laid flat on the floor. We'll bring both of those legs up into the air, okay? Feet still dorsiflexed, so as though you were walking on that ceiling, okay? We're gonna inhale, and then as we exhale, we'll drop the right leg down towards the floor. Just let the ankle hover. Inhale. And then as you exhale, lift that leg back up, and then left leg. Just hover, and then as you're exhaling, lift back up. Okay, we'll do that 3 times each side. So lower the right leg. Next exhale, bring it up. Left leg. Exhaling as you bring that left leg up, right leg, so this is that 3rd time. Left leg down. Good job, good job. Hover and ease it all the way back up. Okay, we're gonna inhale. This time, we're gonna drop both of those legs at the same time and then lift them back up. So just gauge it with your breath. I want you at least 1 full breath cycle as you bring them down, breathe in, breathe out, and then bring them back up, okay? So here, we'll bring those legs down. Hover for a moment. And then as you exhale, lift. Okay, 2nd time. Go flat down, about an inch from the ground. And then lift back up. And then draw the knees into the chest. Just hug them there. You guys are very strong, so I'm sure that's not as much effort as it is for me. Breathing in and breathing out. Release the knees back down to the floor. feet back down to the floor, knees are bent, that's what I meant. Heels are close to your glutes, okay? Again, your knees are in alignment with your hips, toes pointed straight forward towards the end of your mat. We'll do one more bridge. Let's inhale, lift up. Breathing in and breathing out. Then tuck that tailbone, ease the vertebrae back down. We're going to extend those legs. Okay, here's the last abdominal exercise that we're going to work on today, and then we're going to get into those other postures. So next, what I want you to do is bring both your upper body and your lower body up off the floor. This time we're going to just bring one knee into the chest. So I'll show you first. We'll inhale, lift the right leg up, lift the body up, bring that knee into the chest, and then release down, and then right leg into the chest back up. Okay? We'll do this 10 times total. Okay? So here we go. Inhale, let's go, exhale. 1, 2. Make sure you're using your breath. 3, you can use those arms up overhead just to assist with a little bit of momentum. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So use that breath, really use that exhalation. 9 and 10. Release all the way down, take your time. One last bridge. Let's bring those heels close to your glutes again. Press the palms into the floor. Inhale, lift the hips up. Breathe in and breathe out. Tuck the tailbone. Bring the hips back down. We'll extend the legs. We're just going to use a sit-up to transition us onto hands and knees. So you can bring your arms up overhead and hook your thumbs, so the thumbs hook together. Okay, keep the feet dorsiflexed. We're going to inhale, and as we inhale, we'll sit up and reach up towards the ceiling. And then as we exhale, just fold forward towards those feet. Yep. Breathing in and breathing out. Then we'll reach a little bit further, maybe even past those feet. And then release back center. We're going to cross the legs and we'll move to hands and knees. Okay. So here we're on hands and knees. Okay. We're going to place the hands flat on the floor right under our shoulders. Knees are right under the hips. They're hip distance apart. Inhale, lifting the tailbone. The gaze goes up, and then exhale into your cat. Inhale, cow, and then exhale, cat. One more time, inhale, and then exhale, cat. Come to flat tabletop. We're going to get our pillows relatively close within hands reach. We'll move to a downward facing dog, and then we're going to go to lizard. Okay, so for downward facing dog, we tuck those toes, bring the hips back towards the heels. The tailbone is what leads us into the air, pressing through the heels, breathing in and breathing out. And you can bring as much movement into that downward facing dog as you would like. Pedal the feet out a little bit, lengthen along the back of the legs. Breathing in and breathing out. Okay. All right. So what we'll do here, we're going to take our right foot to the outside of the right hand towards the top of the mat. Okay. So I'm just going to switch how I'm configured so it's easier for you to see what we're doing here. Okay, so that right foot's to the outside of the mat, hands are on the inside. Your toes are slightly turned outward. I need a real studio here. Okay, so that back leg should be nice and lengthened behind you. Okay, this is where we're going to grab our bolster pillows. Okay, and from this position, so we've got that foot slightly turned outward. Our hands are to the inside of our legs. Okay, that outstretched left leg, it's behind us. Okay, top of the foot is flat on the floor. We're gonna inhale, exhale, and just ease our way down onto our pillow, our bolster, our mat. You can ease that back, left knee back just a little bit further. Breathing in and breathing out. So we're gonna stay here for a solid 2 minutes. So if as you move a little bit further into that, if your teeth start to itch, if it's a little bit tough, you can move around. You don't have to go down onto your elbows at all. You can be nice and straight up. Okay? So then ease your way down into that position. Breathing in and breathing out. So in creating a little bit of heat in the body, when we're doing yin postures, it's really important not to necessarily create that heat in the muscles surrounding the joints that you're going to work on, just because you don't want to go too deep into a posture and cause any damage there, overstretching. Okay, so doing those abdominal exercises just to warm us up is a good way to start. Create a little heat in the body without jeopardizing any of the joints. If you can go right down to the floor, by all means do that. You can have your forehead resting on the floor. You can stack your hands. And as you're easing into this position, if you start to, say, what the heck? Why are we here? Or, oh my goodness, how long are we going to be here? Just stay with it. Stay with your breath. So this is getting into the hip flexor on that left side, as well as deep into that hip joint on the right side. 2 more nice full breaths. And then gently we'll move our way up and out. Okay. So we'll ease those hands back to the mat. We'll just move that bolster just out of the way for a moment. We'll ease the foot to the center. Okay. We'll tuck the back left toes, lift the knee, and then we'll bring that right foot up into the air. We'll bend the knee and open the hip to the right wall. Then square those hips and drop the leg down. You can bend one knee, straighten the other in your downward facing dog. So there might be a lot of sensation in that right hip. Okay. So we'll just work with that. Then we're going to look towards those hands and we're going to bring the left foot out to the outside of the left hand. Toes slightly turned outward. I want you to make sure that your knee doesn't go over those toes. Okay, we'll drop the right knee to the floor, the opposite knee to the floor. Yeah, just make sure we're seeing things properly. So you should be doing your second side here. I just want to make sure that my cueing. So that left foot's to the outside of the hands. We're easing that knee back just slightly. We'll bring that bolster or pillows underneath us, and you can bring the elbows there. If you don't need the bolster, by all means, you don't need to use it, or you can place the elbows to the outside of the bolster or pillows, switch them so that it's comfortable for you, so that your forehead can rest. Breathing in and breathing out. And then once you find that comfortable position, stay there with the breath. Yeah, and if it takes a little bit of time to ease into it, whatever easing means, be okay with that. Don't let it distract you. 'Stay with the breath. If you notice that you started to clench your teeth, maybe open that mouth nice and wide. Let that go. Two more breaths. Make them nice, slow, long, and deep. As you draw your next breath in, you can start to ease yourself off of those pillows or your bolster or whatever you're using right now. Ease it out from underneath. Bring your left hand to the outside of that left foot. Heel toe your foot in line with your hip. We're going to tuck the back toes of that right leg. And we're going to press into downward facing dog, bringing that left leg up into the air. Opening the knee to the left side of the room. And then squaring your hips and bringing the foot back down, just bending one knee, straightening the other. Walking through, breathing in and breathing out. Then bring those heels nice and high, and then as you breathe out, bring the heels close to the floor. Press your hands into the floor. Try and bring all the weight into your legs. Then bend the knees. Bring yourself down to the floor. We're going to ease ourselves down to our belly. So we're in a prone position here. Okay. We'll take our left knee. We're going to bend it and come into a half frog. So the foot is going to be active, dorsiflexion again. Okay, knees out to the side, and so if the inside of your knee, if that bothers you, just kind of shuffle yourself over on your mat so that you have some cushioning under that knee. We'll bring the body down to the floor. We're going to breathe in, breathe out. Let your right ear come to the mat, extending that right leg behind, breathing in and breathing out. Then we'll inhale, press through those hands. We're going to take our left arm under the right arm. So here we'll just bring that arm under. Inhale, exhale. Now the right side of the head rests on the floor. Your right hand is supporting you. So if I've lost you on the directions there. Okay, so we're kind of twisted like a pretzel. Just make sure that I'm showing correctly. Okay. So that left leg is up, that left foot super active. Okay. Then we'll use that right hand to press into the floor. Left arm comes under, back of the shoulder to the floor. Breathing in and breathing out. Then we'll use that right arm, press into the floor. We'll ease that left arm back out, okay? And then we'll do the same thing opposite side. Keep that left leg out. We're gonna take that right arm, place it underneath, and bring that right ear to the mat. Then here we can take the opposite hand and bring it behind into the hip. Here we're gonna stay breathing. We'll bring the hand from behind. Okay, the left hand comes back down to the floor. Pushing up, breathing in. We'll just lift up slightly and then exhale, release down. We'll do the opposite side. So we'll bring that left leg back, then bend the right knee, dorsiflexion at the ankle. Okay, inhale, exhale. We'll ease our way down, and then our either side can come to the mat, either ear. We'll inhale, press up through those hands. We're going to take that left arm underneath the right. So we'll kind of take it in opposite sequence here. Then that right hand comes up behind. Breathing in and breathing out. Ease that right arm back out, press it into the floor. Okay. Ease that left arm out. Now the right arm goes under the left. So make sure you're breathing lots of breath as we're here in this pretzel-like position. Easing into the back of that shoulder. And if anything is painful, you want to make sure that you come out. Pressing through that left hand, easing that right arm back out, bringing both of those arms out to the side. Inhale, exhale, we'll just wave down to the floor, and then ease up, and then ease back down. We'll bring that right leg in with the left. Okay. Then we'll ease those elbows underneath the shoulders. Spread the fingers. Let your glutes relax, let your legs relax. Engage your trapezius, so these muscles close to your neck, the top of your back. Press through so that you're elongating that neck, and you can feel a nice long line from your tailbone to the top of your head. And you're letting those legs, letting your glutes be nice and soft and relaxed. Then we'll inhale, and as we exhale, see if you can straighten those arms, ease them to the top of your mat. A little bit deeper in that back bend. Taking it nice and easy. Then we'll inhale, exhale, we'll bend at those elbows, bring ourselves back down. Okay. Easing the arms out to the side, straight out from the shoulders. Okay. We'll inhale, exhale. Let's bend the right elbow, the right knee. Inhale, exhale, allow that right foot to come over to the left side using your right hand for balance. You can let your left ear rest on the floor. This is our last twisting posture. They can be pretty intense. They also relieve a lot of pressure off that spine. That can build up from those linear motions that we do all of the time. So then we'll ease our way back center. Extend that right arm, bend the left elbow, bend the left knee. Inhale, exhale, do the second side. Then as you breathe in this time, roll yourself back, center. We'll tuck the toes, okay? Bring the hands right under the shoulders, spread those fingers nice and wide. Push through and back into downward facing dog. Bend one knee, straighten the other. Heels high, heels low. Come to your knees. Okay, we're gonna take a variation on dolphin here. Okay, so first we're gonna stay on our knees. We'll interlace the fingers, elbows close to the outside of our mat. Okay, head's gonna rest low. We're gonna inhale, just come up slightly into that cow position, and then exhale, we'll move into a cat first off, pressing in between the shoulder blades as though your spine was gonna touch the wall in front of you. Okay. Inhale, ease those hips back so they're in alignment with your knees again, looking up. Then exhale, push. Then inhale, just come to flat back. Make sure that those elbows are pressed firmly into the floor. We're gonna tuck our toes, okay, and we'll move into dolphin. So tucking our toes, we're gonna lift the hips up and straighten the legs. And then ease those toes closer to the elbows, whatever that looks like for you. Pressing through the elbows, breathing in and breathing out. One more nice deep breath. Gently bend the knees, bring them back down to the floor. We'll untuck the toes. We'll ease ourselves back so that our glutes are just on our heels. So we're in a kneeling position. Rolling the shoulders up, back and down. Interlace your fingers behind you. Roll those shoulders back. Lift the chest up. Inhale, and then as we exhale, we'll fold forward towards the floor. Leading with the chin, just lengthening. And then tucking the chin, bringing the top of the head just in contact with the floor as the arms lift up. Inhaling, coming back up. Releasing those arms, you can just shake that out. Okay, so lots of sensations there. From the same kneeling position, we're gonna bring our arms up, cactus arms. We'll take the right elbow inside the left elbow and just intertwine those arms. Palms face one another. If you want, you can interlace the fingers if that makes it feel a little more secure for you. Okay, inhale, draw those elbows up and they go over the head. And then as you exhale, draw the elbows closer to the chest. And then see if you can even pull them right down to the belly button. So we're moving into those trapezius muscles, shoulders. And here, just hold this, but don't hold your breath. Breathing in and breathing out. And each time that you exhale, see if you can drop those shoulders just a little bit lower. Then gently we'll unwind those arms. Again, some sensation in those fingers. Cactus the arms. Okay. And now we'll bring the left elbow or the opposite elbow under. So just switch how you have those arms intertwined. Inhale, draw the arms up. And then exhale, Very slowly, purposefully, as you move through the full range of motion through the shoulders, feel yourself drawing those elbows in towards your rib cage, pulling those shoulders down and away, breathing in and breathing out. And with the next inhale, you can release those arms, shake them out. We'll grab our bolsters, pillows. Okay. We're going to place them along the length of our mat. Okay. We're going to turn ourselves over and bring that bolster, pillow, whatever it is, right to our sacrum. Okay. And so you might need to kind of pile them up. Take your time. Get everything kind of situated. You might need to try, okay, is my head going to be on or off? If you're looking back behind you, that's not what you want. Either you're going to need to move that bolster or pillows a little bit further down or just stack one up. Okay. Then once you've got yourself situated, you've got lots of support underneath you as you ease your way back. As the entirety of your spine is supported. Okay. We'll let the head rest on the pillow. We'll bring our feet together. Soles of the feet are going to touch. And then let the knees fall out to the side. Let the arms fall out to the side. You can bring them right out from your shoulders if that feels good. If the front of your deltoid, the front of your shoulder muscles need a little bit more releasing. If it helps you get a little bit further into the chest, into the pectoral muscles, then bring those arms out. Breathe in very deeply and then breathe out and just let yourself melt over the pillows that you have. Let your knees melt out to the side. See if you can melt any tension from your face, your eyes, your jaw. And then just come to that breath as it's moving in and out. And see if you can be purposeful with that breath. If you can elongate the inhale, maybe go to a count of 4 or 5. And then as you're exhaling, reversing that count, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then continuing, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then reversing. So as we're using this breath to breathe in and breathe out, just see if you can use it to also release tension, to let gravity assist you with a softening, opening. with that breath. And then at the bottom of your next breath, you can ease those hands just along the outside of the thighs and ease the legs together. Here we'll take our Shavasana on these pillows or bolsters, just knowing that if it becomes uncomfortable at any time, you can just roll over onto your side and take yourself off of the elevated cushioning that you have. Otherwise, extend your legs along your mat. Let the feet relax, fall out to either side. The arms might come a little closer into the body. Continue to stay with that breath. Melting the rib cage over either side of your pillows. Just letting the meditative quality of your breath as it rolls in and rolls back out of the body. To allow yourself to be completely present in this moment and time. And with your next inhale, you can start to wiggle those fingers and toes. Maybe stretch your fingers, stretch the toes, and then make fists and curl those toes and fingers in, and then open once again. Bringing the hands up to the center of the chest, you can just start to rub those hands together, warming the hands. And then just placing the hands on the face, washing the face with those hands, just bringing sensation back into the face, back into the neck. And then allowing the arms just to float back down by your sides. Bending the knees and placing your feet flat on the floor. And gently rolling yourself over onto one or the other side. And in this moment, you'll start to push that pillow off to the side so you can just lie on your side with your arm underneath your head. Breathing in very deeply and then exhaling completely. Using your free arm, you can place it in front of your chest and push yourself up to a seated position. Just crossing your legs. If the eyes float open, no worries, just allow them to close once again. Just find a cross-legged position that's comfortable for you, or maybe you want to tuck your legs underneath or out in front. Inhale very deeply, then exhale again. Then inhale, draw the arms up overhead. We'll exhale, reach forward. You can keep those eyes closed just for one more second, breathing in and breathing out. Inhale, lengthen up slightly. You can walk the hands back. We're going to switch which foot's in front, which one's behind. One more, inhale up, exhale, forward fold. And then walk those hands up. Bring the chin level with the floor. Gently you can open the eyes.